Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to another episode. I'm David, and today the topic is gratitude. This is such a big deal. Um, this is so big. It's so stupid how easy this is, because it's just about being grateful. Being grateful every day for whatever. I'm grateful that I can record these videos. I'm grateful that yesterday I played an amazing football match. I'm grateful that we won it. I'm grateful that I'm in a beautiful relationship with my girlfriend. I'm grateful that my lamps are set up correctly now and that it's almost perfect, but I love how it's working, and it's gonna get better, but I already love how it is right now. I'm grateful that my mic is picking up these sounds perfectly. I'm grateful that the sun is finally shining here in the Netherlands. I'm grateful that I have this nice computer where I can record this. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for the wealth that I'm accumulating right now. I'm grateful for everything, for my eyesight, for whatever you name it. And it's so amazing that I already feel the energy shifting right now, and this is something that I want you to do as well if you're not doing this, because this is really a superpower. You're putting yourself in the right vibration so that you can receive more of this vibration. And by going this route, for example, you can go into the visualization route as well, and you can visualize stuff. And there's a visualize stuff, and then that can come to fruition. But one of the big things about that, the big downsides about that, is that if you are visualizing, and I visualize as well, so don't get me wrong, I still use it, but I'm trying to shift this a little bit. And that's because of what Bashar says, but also Abraham says, and a lot of other entities say, but also the books, whatever. I've read a lot, and everywhere this kind of comes down to the same thing. So whenever you visualize something, you are actually putting out usually you are putting out like a static thing out there. So it's or more like a rigid thing. For example, I want to have a Tesla. So that's really rigid. It's really good because you know when you actually got that goal and when you have it. But when I'm visualizing and I'm putting out there, I want a white Tesla. I want a white Tesla. I want a white Tesla. And you're seeing it, you're driving it, and you're feeling that. You're feeling that in your core. That works. But what you are doing is you are telling the universe or your higher self that that this is actually the best thing that you can think of, while your higher self is like, dude, it's only a Tesla. It's like, that's what I love about what they always say. Like, this is like this thing for the universe. This is the same as a Tesla, or this pencil is the same as a Tesla, or my iPhone is the same as a Tesla, or the same as 100 million euros. It doesn't matter. It's all the same for the universe. The only thing that is creating size in these things is our mind. And when we think with our mind about the Tesla in this case, then we're actually limiting ourselves. And with gratitude, we are getting on the vibration of gratitude, and you're getting more to be grateful for. And the more gratitude I show, the more it's going to show up in my life. And that's the fun thing, that I'm not asking something specific. I'm just throwing out that vibration, and by throwing it out, the universe is giving me more stuff of that vibration. And that way it's more flexible And yeah, it's more up to the universe than up to you what comes out of it. And there is least resistance that way, and that's something I'm working on right now. And yeah, if you're watching this, maybe you're also working on gratitude. But as you saw in the beginning, if you start with, let's say you want to have 10 things that you're grateful for. The first few can be a little bit difficult, but here, what I really urge you to do, if you're starting these practices, it doesn't matter how big or small it is. The magnitude does not matter at all. Because if you are grateful for this sip of tea, that's something to be grateful for. This breath of air. It can be super simple, but it can also be, I'm super grateful that my parents made sure that I could go to college. Whatever it is. It can be big things, and people often want to be grateful for big things, but the art of gratitude is that the size doesn't matter, because the size doesn't matter for the universe either. So I have this book. So it's in Dutch. One sentence every day for 5 years. And I put, well, as you can see, I started on my birthday, and then I have one each day. So these are 5 things. These are the 5 years. So now it's this was 2023, and this was just that I went to a nice party, and the gift we brought was genius. We did a first test with our game, with our app. Thank you that I played a very good game yesterday. That I did a lot of fun stuff at work. That I had a really intimate night with Sas. That I had an 11K month. It's all kinds of things, and it's interesting because it's just one thing, and I don't overthink it. I just write down something. So this time I wrote that I had a really nice time with the team I played with yesterday. It's a team I never played with before, and we actually won it purely on willpower. The other team was so much better, and I think they were like 20 years younger on average. Does that? No, they were 10 years younger on average. I think our team was about 35 years old, and their team was 25, and I think a little bit younger. They had some really young players, and we won it 1-0. So that was fun. So I can already feel the gratitude for that, and this is a gratitude I can create hundreds of videos on, because it's something that is that important. And for me, this also sometimes it falls down through the cracks because I forgot to do these things. But luckily I have this book which helps me to focus on it again. But for example, when I went to Germany, I had it with me on my nightstand, but I didn't have a pen there. And then I was like, okay, I'll do it later. I don't care. And I did it later. But even then, on the holiday, I am feeling grateful for all the things, and it's a powerful feeling. Gratitude. It's nice. So this is something that I want everyone to feel and everyone to use as one of their tools in their toolkit. So we have, for example, a couple of the tools that I use is visualization, meditation, good sleep, earthing, and that can be with walking barefoot. But I actually have a thing on my bed that grounds me. For me, it's also channeling right now. Reading, drinking a lot of water, playing sports 3 to 4 times a week, sometimes more. Well, simple things like brushing your teeth, taking a shower. There's a lot of these things, and right now it's something that I do is everything I eat I'm putting in my app, and I really want to have my protein at a certain level. So my protein and fat is usually correct, and then my carbohydrates are not correct yet, but I don't care because it's a little bit lower, and that's nice. It makes me a little bit leaner, but it could also deprive me a little bit of my energy. Luckily today I don't feel that, and I didn't yesterday either. But the day before I did, and I was a little bit carb dehydrated, or however you would call that. I was had some insufficiencies. Yeah, but it didn't matter. I'm just in my body. It feels great, and yeah, it's working pretty well. So right now, because I'm writing down everything, so this is something completely different, but I always love how this goes from one topic to the other. It's because I'm putting all the things that I put in my mouth in this log. It's not as interesting to drink a couple of beers, because last week I was way below on my carbs. I had 3 beers and I skyrocketed through the roof, and it was only 3 beers. Usually when we go out for 4 drinks, and this is more in the past than it is now, 8 drinks would be like a starting point. We would have at least have 8 drinks in one evening. Especially with parties, it would go up to 10, 12, 14, I don't know, a lot. And now I'm actually seeing what it does, and it's a good reminder. So I'm also grateful for this app. And by the way, I'm using my MyFitnessPal, for those who are wondering. But it feels good to be more intentional there as well, because I've been living more and more with intention, and this is one that I was doing, except for when we were drinking beer and we were doing those kind of things. So right now I have a rule with myself, is that Friday we had drinks with the football team. I was like, okay, I'm allowed to have 5 drinks. That's it. And I ended up taking 4 drinks, and the next day I was like, I still didn't like it that much. It was nice in the moment, and this is also something that I think it's a little bit strange, because the everything with alcohol, and I agree with it that it's actually bad and it's not good for you. But if it wasn't for alcohol, I would not have met my girlfriend. If it wasn't for alcohol, I would not have met actually a lot of friends and a lot of people in my life. And we are outgrowing it steadily, slowly. But actually the job that I have now, the freelance gig, it's also because of me sticking around after the football games and having drinks even with other teams. So if my team left, I would go to another team like, hey guys, how was your game, and blah blah blah. And I would just have fun with these guys, and that's also kind of like the networking aspect. And yes, you can do this without alcohol as well, absolutely. But what I notice in myself is, if I do it like that, if I do it without alcohol, I drink like a couple of 0.0 beers, so non-alcoholic beers, and then after 2 or 3 I'm like, okay guys, you feel kind of bloated with all the drinks in you, and like, okay guys, I'm leaving, see you later. So I'm actually leaving before the good parts, before they happen. But I know this is also like a permission slip I'm giving myself, and things can go in other ways as well. It's not that this is the only way. So yeah, this is kind of like how it works in my mind. It goes all over the place. But either way, I'm very grateful for this whole process, and because I'm looking at my macronutrients every day. I'm not drinking, because if I drink, it kind of defeats the purpose, because it stops all kinds of processes in your body, because it has to work on the toxins, on getting rid of them. So Yes, we started out with gratitude, and let's return to gratitude as well. So one thing for you is, I'm curious to see, are you using gratitude, appreciation in any form in your life? And I would love to hear it in the comments. One thing that I also really like is I thank people a lot. So I'm not just thanking life or the universe. When somebody does something, I really like to thank them for stuff. And I notice when I'm freelancing, you're obviously going to a lot of different offices and different companies. And in some companies, they never say thank you. It's not in their culture. It's just, yeah, you work here, so you do it because I asked you to do it. So and not in a mean way or something, but it's just not part of the culture. Just that, like, some parents say I love you and some parents don't say I love you. It's just that difference. And for me, when I'm in those companies, I feel like, okay, nobody's saying thank you, and I love that, and I'm gonna establish it. I'm gonna make sure that they're gonna do that in this company, and it becomes like a mini goal to let somebody say thank you to me when I did something for them. So I will be going, so like a simple example. So ask someone, so can you email the data, and they email me, and I say, hey, thank you for emailing. And with the smallest things, even if they said, how was your weekend? Oh, thank you for asking. Yeah, I had a great weekend. I will lay it on really thick, really thick. And I love that. And at some point, when I deliver, for example, I deliver a new app to them, and they're like, thanks, man. And I'm like, yes, I got him. I reeled them in, and now they're saying it as well. And then it becomes a little bit more normal for them to say. And then at some point, I don't even notice it anymore, and they're saying it a lot more. So that's a nice challenge. If you are at work and you're feeling underappreciated, thank them before they thank you, and don't thank them because you want them to reciprocate. Because for me, it was more like a game. It's not like they have to do this, and if they don't, it will be I've lost the game or something. It doesn't matter. It's just like an open challenge for me. But if they don't say it back, it doesn't matter. It's more like a game for you to see how thankful, how grateful, how appreciative you can be with them. And you will have fun with this either way, and your vibration will raise. So for you, this is a win-win either way. It can just become a win-win-win when they start saying it back. So that's one of the exercises I want to give you. Besides that, what I really love doing is getting myself a notebook, and then every day you write down. It kind of depends on what works for you. You can write down 5 things you are grateful for. You can also write down 10 things you're grateful for. You can also not write it down, but go into your morning routine with your mirror and say it in front of the mirror. So I'm thankful that I woke up today. I'm thankful that the sun is shining. I'm thankful for this nice cup of coffee. And just name everything and anything. And even if you said that thing the day before, I usually make it a sport that I don't want to say the things I said yesterday. But you can do that, but it doesn't matter. It can go either way. At some point you will have so many things, because it's kind of like a snowball effect. It starts to roll, and then when you're at 5, you're like, oh, but I've got 6, 7, and 8 already here. And when you are at 8, you're like, oh, I've got 9, 10, 11. And it goes really quickly. And at some point you can go up to 20 easily. So play around with this. I really like it. Gratitude is really a superpower if you work it in the correct way, without expectations, but just really feeling the gratitude. All right, so that's everything I wanted to say on it for today. We will definitely be doing more videos on this. Thank you so much for watching. I would really appreciate it and be grateful if you would subscribe to my channel. And I'll see that number go up, and then I can say in the morning, I'm so grateful that I got another follower and another follower. So give me something to be grateful for. Just kidding. You do whatever you want. I'm gonna be grateful either way. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time.